Morning, everyone. Afternoon, evening. Going to do the opening prayer. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nations. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save the ways to which they still once surpass perfect complement approaches of Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, the tractor who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nations. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and several them stay over the unsurpassed perfect complement precious of Buddhahood. Dala dangwar sebe dra, no bar sebe ge, darba dang dam jen jen bala barde, ju bar seba dam je je zoros. Ma nam ga dan yambe sem jen dam je dewa dan den, dong ara dan dara nyor de lana me ba yandab. Zobe san jorum bo je do var za. Thus, under achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Under death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now under this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Khandaro Lama and the lineage of Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the Mandalas or Yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, the Dakinis, and the Dhamma Gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and the likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas ambassador enlightenment and the progress of the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of all sentient beings giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete this stage of the path. And in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached by the merit of generosity and other good deeds. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of our happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of our suffering. May they never be separated from the sacred happiness devoid of suffering. May they rest sorrow, may they rest equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I brought wrong respectively with my body, speech, and faith of my mind to all Tathagatas in the 10 directions. Those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at the present, and those Tathagata state to come. Through the power of Samdup prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiplying my body as many times as they are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus, all spaces filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To the Buddhas, I make offering of various flowers, flower garlands, of music, anointing oils, manifesting like in the fragrant incense. I make offering to the fine garments, perfume and purple, pour the highest moon metal, and arrange the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offering to them following the deeds of great Bodhisattva Samdup. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattvas and the practical Buddhas, those who have entered Aharacha, those who have entered the path of Aharacha, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma as the light of dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions, leading them gradually to the enlightened states. I supplicate those Buddhas entering them passing to Purinavana to living long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confessing, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. The ground is sprinkled with the scented water and stir with the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spring mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness as a Buddha fares. To the Lama who possesses the three kayas, I offer altar inner and sacred offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment. Om Guru Rina Mendala Benza Manga Samanda Savarana Samaye Ahom. I call refuge, O name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor Vajradhara without drought. I bow at the feet of Father and Jigtin Songgon. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassion and grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize and liberate the nature of the mind. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two vehicles and the combination, according to this position and the likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is burning like the sun, free of the nature. For this reason, he holds wisdom, takes at his heart, he has a compassion. For all beings who suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara as a father for only son. Like a thundercloud, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60th branch of Haramani speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cast Satan of suffering, to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. Supplicate you, Majesty, adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Arabazanade, 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 Om Arabazanade. Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. Arabazanade, 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 Arabazanade. Arabazanade, 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 Wange Shorum, Wange Shorum, Wange Shorum, Wange Shorum. Wange Shorum. You are the perfect, beautiful body whose flames of wisdom blazes, and the dispel darkness of all ignorance are posted before you in the presence of Manjushri. Yunagale Jangwa Bo Yishidume Rabdambar Yedin the moment Sarwan Jambar Yang La Sanzerdu Dange Doje Shaje Reisen Rong Yunje Mado Deje Bunjam Basar Jelambo Tavere Jibe Shaje Jarbe Shala Gesanzer Dorje Janjen Delo Naroda Marba Mala Jije Gambo Amodreva Jarwan de Romain Jije Yenje Bobdan De Som Sanje Genje Ngo Nye Ransen Jige Ngonson Donze Save Lame Jala Gusanzar. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, evening, according to where you are. So, today, now I'm going to share the teaching. It's called the Siksom Nedip, Tibetan called Siksom Nedip. This teaching has 3 verses, so most important key 3 points. The first is the third point is introducing directly the face of Rigpa in itself. So the directly, introducing the nature Rigpa. And we have to recognize the view. So that's the first better point. And then second is deciding upon one thing and one thing only. Is we have to become 100%. So deciding, knowing it is right and the truth. So that's the second better point. Then third better point is confidence. Directly in the liberation of rising thoughts. So the third one, we have to, directly in the liberation of rising thoughts. We liberating thoughts, emotion, whatever arising, directly liberating. So that's the third better point. And that's why it's called three main key sections. So that's why first is introducing by view. Second is followed by the meditation. Third is followed by the conduct. Then when Pato Rinpoche, when he explained this, and followed by his guru's name and blessing, the view is introducing by Longchen Ramjang, and meditation is followed by Chense Ozer, is Rinzeng Jimi Lingpa, the most just generally names in Jimi Lingpa. And the third is the conduct is followed by Jarvo Nyuga. So that the lineage, his guru's name, and followed by this three better point teaching introducing. We finish the first part. First is better point is introducing directly the face of Rigpa in itself. So we finish that. Right now we are in the second better point. Second better point is deciding upon one thing and one thing only. So I don't know the exactly English, but I understand the Tibetan very clearly what talking about. Hope you understand. Do you understand what it means? Like deciding upon one thing and one thing only means. So you 100% like you decision in there, decided. So no any doubt. And that's the, follow the meditation. So now we're going to follow by the yesterday, where we live yesterday. Yesterday we are in the teaching this book is page 19. So here page 19 is so is what is meant by the saying. So what is mean by the saying? The main point is here yesterday. Meditation and post-meditation, we have to bring into one together, inseparable. So that's the key point. And how to bring that together, then what kind of situation we are, what we are doing, or everything that we have to bring into the meditation practice. So that is mean by the saying. This the especially the more realizer practitioners, meditators. So the before that, and great meditation with nothing to meditate on. So they don't have nothing to meditate on means that no effort, no forcing, no expectation, and no need to create a meditation section. Just whatever they're doing, activity, they're always in nature Rigpa states. The same is like continuous river, like yoga of inherent. Even in our perceived wisdom, there is not even a hair's breadth of anything to meditate on, nor on in instinct of distinction. So they never have a losing the mind, and all the activity is in the recognition, empty, nature past state. They can bring everything into that state. And is that what it means by the saying that neither do I never meditate, nor I am ever separate from it. So this is the realizers usually some this kind of words is come from the realization song. So I never meditate means that they don't have to do any effort, and they don't have to create a meditation section, nor I am ever separate from it. I never separate with like my nature, Rigpa. They are always in the nature Rigpa states. Doesn't matter what they are doing activity. They don't have any, distractions about activities. So that's the, this main point. So I have never been separate from the true meaning of no meditation. This practitioner, meditator, never separate from the true nature states. Meaning of no meditation. They are always in that state. Then they don't have different sections. And meditation, post-meditation, they don't have these separations. So that's what that means, always together. Always remain, and that is why, so always remain in this indivisible state. Indivisible, so, the no distractions, always in the nature Rigpa states. No separation, the meditation and post-meditation is oneness. So that's this main point. And then next one. If someone is suitable and receptive vessel for the unique part of Dzogpa Khenpo. So this Dzogchen right now is talking about is the person's capacity is connect to the teaching. If someone is like suitable means like who has really connect to this teaching, and especially previous lifetime connections, and receptive vessel for the unique of Dzogpa Khenpo, just as teaching themselves intent, and he or she belongs to the instant new as types of person who is liberated upon hearing the teaching. So that person is just hearing when they hears teaching, and right moment there knowing, understanding, and right moment there into the nature states. So liberation means then all the thoughts, emotion, they can transformed, liberate. So that's practitioner is the we call the what to say the Chichi Jindang is like who has sharp faculties. Sharp faculty is follow the Dharma. Sharp faculty follow the Dharma means like they have very sharp wisdom. And then they're hearing this teaching. The right moment they understand, knowing. And the knowing and the moment there, go into the practice. And all these thoughts, emotion rising, they can liberate. So that's the sharp faculty, course practitioner or student. Just as the teaching themselves intent. And he or she belong to the instantaneous type of a person who's liberated upon hearing the teachings. So who heard the teaching can liberate. Then for such a person, perception and the thoughts are the spring ground for liberation. And anything that happens become the flow of Dharmakaya. So who has that ability? So then that person can, who is liberated upon hearing the teaching, then for such a person, like that kind of, sharp faculty, disable, and actually called the Chikcharwa means like, directly knowing the teaching, understanding, and don't have to follow the stages. It's go, indirectly to this Dzogchen, teaching, can hear and understand, and can, hearing the moment, knowing truth. So that person, perception and the thoughts are spring grown for liberation means, and all the thoughts, perception is in transforming into the grown for the liberation. And anything means the grown means like the hearing the moment they can liberate. They're those like they don't have to go to solitarily go to retreat and practice and meditate. When they hear the teaching, the moment they understand everything, yesterday we have the directly the facing of Rigpa in itself. So hear that teaching, then the person can, into that state in moment hearing the teaching. And then that person not have to go through stages. And that's why that person is, liberating in the ground, spring ground for liberation. That's the spring means like the first state of liberation. And anything that happens become the flow of Dharmakaya. Whatever, happens. So means like all the appearances and the thoughts, emotion, whatever rising, all the can transform into Dharmakaya, and can liberate. So that's why this anything that happens become the flow of Dharmakaya. There is nothing to meditate. In that case, nothing to meditate on, and no one to meditate. The person also need to like, same is like our beginning level. First hearing the teaching, and then we have to contemplate. Then we have to go to solitary place and create many these sections and meditate. So they don't have to follow that instruction. When they hear the teaching, and they can liberate, in the ground level. So then they can transform every thought, reflective emotion, or can liberate into the Dharmakaya. So that's the first state, liberation. Then next one, if we don't have that kind of the connections, then what we have to do here? Others means if we don't have that supreme connection, it's not a sharp faculty wisdom. However, who are less fortunate and who still far free to delusory thinking must find stability in gradual stages. So if we don't have that, like what we mentioned about in the just verses, sentences, if we don't have that, so then in this case, we are less fortunate. Not the suitable and receptive vessel for unique part of Dzogchen, not that kind of vessel or student. We are not that kind of the practitioner. We are, if beginner practitioner, less fortunate and who still far pretty delusory, so thinking, so we have lots of delusions, must find stability, means we have to find our practice become, have to create is very stable. And in gradual stages, we have to follow stages one by one, gradual stages. Yesterday, so we talked afternoon, not this teaching, I shared another teaching, have to meditation stages. So in that meditation stages, followed by 5-part Mahamudra, this instruction is cultivating bodhicitta. So the cultivating bodhicitta before, bodhicitta sources of compassion, have to cultivate the compassion. Compassion sources of love, so that's why I have to cultivate the love. And then that practice is called preliminary practice. Then go to main practice, cultivate Yadam deity, Guru Yoga, and then go into Mahamudra. So that the stages. So usually, the practice, teaching or guide go through that, follow that stage helps become our practices stability and, more beginner people very suited for that way. So because beginner people has so much thoughts and we have lots of delusions and we have so much, afflictive emotion rising all the time. And we follow the stages that really helps become our practices more stability. Then until they do so, means like we have to create practice ourselves is stable. They must engaging in the practice of meditation. So then, our practice is until, so until stable arising, until that we have to put effort and meditate. This one is very important for the beginner practitioner meditator. So our problem is we don't have this stability. Okay, if we understand the directly the face of Rigpa in itself, the first introducing natural Rigpa. If we have that, but if we don't put effort and practice, then our meditation is no stability, and that's the reason when afflictive emotion rising, we are become ordinary person. So we cannot take all the worldly activity into the path. The reason is because our practice meditation is no stability. Okay, so we we can't take worldly activity into the path. That not the reason we know knowing the nature of Rigpa. Even we have directly the face of Rigpa in itself introducing, we have that, but we cannot take many worldly activities into the path. The worldly activity is run over us, the practice, and we have become followed by the ordinary person. So the reason is, our practice is not stable. So that's why this is the most important. Until they do so, they must engage in the practice of meditation. Therefore, but until stability is attained. So stability attained. That's all. Until that, we have to put very strong effort. And, we have to create sections. And what up there meaning is mentioned about it is all for the who has this meditation stability. Then they can do or post meditation, meditations can bring into the oneness, inseparable. So the yesterday, the shared teaching, yesterday talk about always remain in this indivisible state. That is not possible for the beginners. And then yesterday we also shared no division between sections and breaks. That's also not possible for the beginners. So that's why, in our case, in this one is for the, for beginner meditators. Already, they have to do, until stability. So we have to engage in the practice or meditation. That's why it's, but until stability is attained, that's very important key point. Then next one. So in this section is coming more for the beginner, beginners, what they have to follow. And yesterday mostly is for the really good practitioners. Is everything is yesterday is beautiful, but we don't have that ability to bring, like always we cannot remain in the indivisible state. Not possible. We don't have ability to no division between sections and breaks. So that's why our beginner right now in sharing, this is the for instruction for us. Long as if you have a really strong delusion, long as you have strong afflictive emotions rising all the time, so we have to follow in this instruction. So then what we have to do, that meditation must be practiced. We have to practice. We cannot say, everything is nature Rigpa. I'm okay, So that is the just words become, not it's truth. Practiced. When all the conditions favorable for meditative stability are complete, means we have to find, all the conditions for what we need condition. We have to be in the solitary place. We have to put effort. We have to create many sections. And all these conditions we have to create. Condition favorable for meditation stability are complete. Then, we need all the condition first create. Very important. So this condition is, if you stay at your home, maybe there's so much busy and too much going on, so you have to come into the Dharma center. So Dharma center, and then many meditators be together and practicing. So that is the condition. If you come into the Dharma center, you also get more distracting, and then that also not the right place to meditate there too. Then you have to go to solitary place yourself somewhere. So that's why we have to find first location, and when we practice meditate, everything our the condition is important. That's our favorable meditative stability are complete. Only when we rare experience occur, then you can get meditation experience rising. If you have all the meditation conditions and we put effort, practice, then that bring the meditation experience occur. No matter how long you spend meditating in the midst of business and distraction, time is not, longer time is not important. The most, what to say, that you are in the meditation, really you put good practice. We are, even we meditate like 1 hour, is that one day, so that 1 hour really in the meditation, not follow the thoughts. Okay, not cultivate afflictive emotions and during that. So that's the here says most important. Otherwise, if you be meditate years, but you're not really into the meditation states, and you just doing like kind of a very shallow and gross level or fake meditating, and the years you don't get any experience, no any get connections. So that's why how long you spend meditate in the midst of business and distraction, not bring any experience. True meditation experience will not arise. So true meditation experience not possible to arise. So if you do the short meditation, if you don't have any distractions, your meditations become very performing, and then you get good experience rising even within short time too. So it is better to meditate always from all distractions and business. So when we meditate, this is the meditation teaching state. So that's why when we meditate, always from all distractions, away from the distractions. If you have lots of distraction going within your area, we can't meditate. So that's why we have to go away from the distractions and business. And someone talking in front of you and running and doing things, it's not possible to you can meditate and focus. So all your friends with you together, they are talking about all the worldly things. You cannot practice and meditate. So that's why we have to find the suitable place to practice and meditate. Then next one, while meditating too, though there's no difference between practice in former sections and post meditation, when you are in the meditation, in that state, no separation post meditation and meditation. But if we don't create a stable in the meditation state, we're going back to in the post meditation. So post meditation cannot bring into the meditation together practice like indivisible, like yesterday shared. Not possible to happen that. So that's why difference between practice in former sections and post meditation, they don't have separation in the meditation states. But we have to create a very strong in the meditation states. If you are not truly grounded in your meditation first, means like in the meditation states, we don't have stability in that state. Then you will be unable to blend the wisdom you experience with your post-meditation. So then not possible to, the meditation experience like that experience we cannot take into the post-meditation. Post-meditation cannot bring into the in the meditation experience. They become these two go to separate. So that's why in this important instruction is we have to create very stable in the ground in the meditation states. Then we have ability to post meditation can bring into the in the meditation state inseparable. So otherwise that these two is go separate. You so ground in your meditation first, you will be able to blend the wisdom you experience with your post meditation. So our meditation is when we are in the meditation states, everything's great, no any thoughts, emotion no rising. If thoughts, emotions rising, you can liberate that thoughts, emotions. That we have to create very stable in that state. Otherwise, when we come back into the post meditation and we have bodily activity, so then bodily activity run over us again. The bodily activity we cannot take into or transform liberation in the meditation states. So that's why you were unable to blend the wisdom you experience with your post meditation. However, how do you try to turn your daily life into the path? Even we try very hard ourselves, try to the bodily activity, try to take it into the path, but still is not possible, because the reason is in the ground meditation state our practice is not that stable. We don't have that really good strong ability or experience. So that's why when we go back into the bodily level and bodily activity, then this bodily activity run over us. We cannot, even we try, but that cannot take into the path. Okay, so that we all have that problem issues, and many meditators say I meditate, but then when I go with bodily activities, so this problem, that problem is coming for me. So then why is that? So that it means like we don't have stability our own practice, not the meditation problem. Our practice not that already familiarity, not strong habituate already. That's why the bodily activities this run over us for practitioners. Then that's the reason many practitioners lose courage to practice and meditate, because they're saying I'm practicing meditate, I have this problem, I have these issues, so many come out. They don't know how to take that on the path. So then they blend the practice of meditation and the practice of Dharma. So that's also can happen for the many meditators. That's a reason another level, educated, study, knowing is important. And not just called blind faith follows. You have to know the teaching, everything's true, like what we're doing. And then we also have to know this, how to bring this suffering, obstacle into the path. If our practice is not stable, the suffering, problem, obstacle, we cannot take into the path. That is not a practice problem. We don't have enough stable practice. That's why that's the reason problem. Okay. However, how do you try to turn your daily life into the path? Your Vigu and generalized, I think generalized understanding makes you prone to slip back into your old negative patterns. So the point is, like, we have so strong the karmic imprint, habituate, pattern, this samsara, and the afflictive emotion, thoughts, negative karma. So that's reason, and very hard to take everything into the path without our practices become stability. It's even you know the view, if you know the view, you know the meditate, but your practice meditate is not stable. When we face into these problems, not possible to take into the path, because reason is this problem, this obstacle is a very strong foundation. I mean, like very strong, patterns, karmic imprints. Very hard to take the path without our practice is stable. And habits. Therefore, practicing in proper means like have to do correctly. If the proper correctly is don't try, too much, put harder. Become your meditation is also get agitation, distraction, and then you get tired, your mind is tired, your bodies get tired. So yesterday, like afternoon, the second section teaching, talk about more about these informations. So that's all problems rising again. So proper is proper meditation. This we have to know how to make the balance. Okay, if we don't know how to make balance, then you try to make your meditations correct. You create or strong the organizing, or you create that in your mind become also obstacle your practice. So that's why first we need of course effort, and without effort we cannot get into the meditation. When you are in the meditation, so we have to let go all the effort and also expectation. We have to let go that. In the meditation, you have effort. You try to make meditations perfect. Then that is obstacle. Okay? So that make your meditation is a desire. No desire, how to say, in other words, no desire. Desire is like attachment, desire. Disaster, okay, disaster. That better. So your meditations become disaster. You don't want to happen that, right? If you don't want to happen that, when you are in the meditation, let go all your effort and hope. Your hope. You have very strong. My meditations want to become perfect. You have very strong hope. And if you have fear for meditation is not going to go good, you have fear for that, then that makes a disaster your meditation practice. Okay, so that's why don't put too hard in that state. I have to be relaxed. So that's the many in Westerner cultural problem. Everything is wanted to make perfect, and then is something going to wrong, is so much, so strong fears, and everything like due to the culture you have that. And when you grow, like training, you create it like that way. But in the meditation, that is a big obstacle. Okay, and the worldly level you can very successful do that way. But in the meditation practice, you cannot achieve through that way realization, because so strong hope and fears. So you have to let go. Okay, need more relax. Don't put too harder in that state. Create a balance. Then next is you may have the sorts of practice which makes your confident that you can keep up this state of meditation in proper sections. So see, we keeping these two meditation section and the post meditation section we create. In the meditation section, when you practicing, you have a confidence in yourself, you really knowing my meditations right, and you get confident yourself, you understanding, you get your own experience like confident state of meditation. Can keep in this state of meditation in the proper sections. You can have that, but then even so this is the not bad practitioner, the meditator. It's okay, the practitioner is good, but still you cannot bring the conduct is in the view. So this teaching is followed by view, meditation, conduct. This three is when I share the teaching, we have separate. But when we practice, we have to bring three of them inseparable. So most meditator cannot bring this three is inseparable. This three is go to separate. Okay. Even you have in the meditation states, you have confident. You know your meditation is right, and you have a really good yourself in that state. Meditation is a proper section. Even so, if you do not understand how to integrate that practice with the activity of post meditation, we don't know how to integrate our meditation is, we don't know how to integrate that practices with the activity. It post meditation, in the activity like conduct time. Then activity of post meditation, and how to maintain it continuously. Then this practice will not serve as a remedy when difficulties arise. Okay, we all have issues too, the problem. Because when we meditate, we feel we are good practitioner. We think I know how to meditate. And we think, okay, recognize everything's emptiness. Everything is inseparable with the nature Rigpa. We know all it's delusion, it seems dreaming. And you have that experience in the meditation state. Then when we come back into the post-meditation, then come back in the post-meditation, we don't have that experience. Become, everything is same is like just ordinary way. We don't feel that, experience in the post-meditation, the conduct state. If we don't have that ability in the conduct state, post-meditation, then thoughts, emotion arising, obstacle problems arising in the worldly activity, in the post-meditation, then we don't have solutions again. So this all the afflictive emotion run over us. Afflictive emotion control us again. So we have that problem, especially if you are meditating, you know that. Okay? And when you are in the meditation practice, so you get your own experience really beautiful. And you think I am good practitioner. You think I can everything take into the path. You can get that experience in the meditation state. But when you come back in the post-meditation, when you facing to your heat-related ones or desire object, and we don't have that, ability to take the or is in the recognizing is delusion, is emptiness. Okay, so then when we facing to our anger object, we are facing into desire object, we are facing to jealousy object, or then the afflictive emotions rising again, and we cannot control ourselves. So why is it that problem? The problem is we don't know how to integrate that, meditation, like in the meditation states, that experience, we cannot integrate that practice with the activity of post-meditation. So that's the reason, see, in this practice where not serve us means like, then in the during meditation you have everything's perfect, but you come back in the post-meditation, then during that time your meditation, the practice not benefit you. Remedy when difficulty arises means like when problem rising, you don't have solutions again. You are right now in the zone, you listening teaching, you are in the Dharma center listening teaching, so you are thinking, okay, everything I can dealing with all these worldly things easy. When you get out from here, and then you go to in the facing to the your family and the job, right, and your situations, then this teaching and right now what we have experienced, this no serve you us. The reason is because we don't have the ability to bring together. That's why as a remedy when difficulty arises. Okay, so don't blame Dharma and the practice. The problem is we don't have ability to bring together, or our practice is not strong. So we have to know that, okay? And don't when you get a really cold weather, don't blame your jacket. Jacket is good, but the weather is too cold. The jacket no ability to warm up your body, okay? So that's kind of same situation here. And we have some levels good in the meditation, but we go back into post-meditation, then our meditation practice we cannot bring into that state in the post-meditation. Then all these obstacles become arising. We don't have solutions. So that's is here very clearly serve as remedy when difficulty arise. Make sense or no? Do you have that issue? Okay. Then next one. Seven thoughts lead you off. See the if thoughts are arising, that this some discursive thoughts lead you off means like off from the practitioner, off from like your meditation experience, go into ordinary person. You will sink back into very ordinary things. We have go back to very ordinary things. Okay, and when I share teaching here, and very easy, and I can let go all the attachment desires. When I get in the shopping mall, I want to buy this, that, like all these desires arising. Okay, so same. So in the shopping mall, I cannot bring, like right now what I'm sharing this teaching. So same. That's we have the issues. Okay, when we have the object of the afflictive emotion object there, then we cannot control ourselves. So in that time, followed by yesterday instruction, that time we don't have to look to the desire object. Okay, looking into our own nature, Rigpa. So look into mind again. The easy to say, like look into our own mind. Instruction, meditation, be in that state, moment, and then dissolve all the desires in that state. So that's the we have to do. But when we facing to desire object, we forget looking onto our mind. Then we chasing to the desire object. Okay, so that's this instruction. So some discursive thoughts lead you off. You will sink back into very ordinary thing. So that's why this is why it is so crucially important to abide in that or penetrating state of awareness. Penetrating state of awareness means be in the nature Rigpa. Nature Rigpa is present, clear, penetrating. So all this state of awareness. So after meditation. So that's we have to practice, when these afflictive emotions rising that time. All the time means like all the time in any situation. So we have to go into our in nature, Rigpa, and especially this afflictive emotion object when we facing to that moment. We have to recognize our nature Rigpa, have to go back into the nature Rigpa. And then afflictive emotion object is become source of become, wisdom. So that's we have to create, but that is the hardest, like this practice meditation. And right now what here is what this instructions, what we have to do is when we have facing to afflictive emotion, so that moment we have to look to our own nature Rigpa. When desire arises, looking to our own nature Rigpa. So that's called discerning wisdom, I think, something like discerning wisdom or Buddha Amitabha. So that wisdom we have to create, and the So I think about why this Buddha Amitabha is so important in the practice, even in the relative level. Because we are stuck in the samsara. We are trapped in the samsara, right? Due to its attachment, desires. So when we're facing to this desire, attachment, you look into your own mind, Rigpa, and then we have arised discerning wisdom, I think. Not discriminating wisdom, it's called discerning something wisdom. Discerning wisdom, I think. Okay, Malisa says correct, but I think so. Discerning wisdom. So that wisdom is called Buddha Amitabha. So that's why Buddha Amitabha, in the relative level, we practicing as, take birth to Buddha Amitabha purely, we pray to Buddha Amitabha purely. The reason is, see, we are, stuck in the samsara is due to desire, attachment. And then arise pride, anger, these other afflictive emotions. So that's why, when we facing to desire, have looking into our own nature, Rigpa, we create a discerning wisdom. And when anger arises, looking into nature, Rigpa, we have to create a mirror-like wisdom, seeing, our own Rigpa. So that's why this 5 wisdom is actually one wisdom, but different aspects. Because when you have ability to see your anger, and then you into your nature, Rigpa, that is called mirror-like wisdom. When you have desire rising, you see that and look into your nature, Rigpa, discerning wisdom. When pride arising, in that moment you looking into your nature, Rigpa, then it's what is called this another is the pride is transforming which wisdom. Okay, so that followed by that way. Okay, I don't remember the English exactly. So this wisdom is different aspects, and here the main point is, so when we have this arising, thoughts, emotions, then important is we have to be in the nature, Rigpa, all the time in any situation. So then everything we can transform, taking into the path. So we have that create ability, stable. Until that, even you have good meditating practitioner, but all the time, these afflictive emotions, thoughts, obstacles run over us. We cannot take into the path. So then next one. At this point, there's no need to seek for anything else on which to meditate. When we facing to the obstacles, then we don't need to find any other solutions. Okay, so just go into nature, Rigpa. Go back into nature, Rigpa. See, anger arise, ignorance arise, pride arise, jealous arise. You don't have to apply something different solutions. It's one solution. Is going back into own nature. There's no need to seek for anything else on which to meditate. Instead, in a state of meditative occupants that never parts from this very view of Dharmakaya. So just go back into, own nature or states, and that is called Dharmakaya. And we go back to our own view, part of from this meditative, occupants that never pass from this very view of Dharmakaya. Maintain a carefree, non-challenge, towards our actions and our thoughts. So if we can go back into our own nature, then in that state we don't need to put effortly something action. So just like for the thoughts, emotions, see, without suppressing or indulging them, we don't have to accept them, we don't have to chasing them, and we don't have to run away from them. Just knowing and into the nature meditate, but letting them things come and go. So all these afflictive emotions comes and go away on self, come and go one after another, and leaving them be. See, the ocean is like stay, right? Ocean is a stay. Then the waves, movement comes and go away. So there no need to do, suppressing or indulging anything. Like no any accepting, no rejecting, just be in that, recognize. In the space, all the clothes comes and goes. We don't have to push away clothes. We don't have to try to get in the cloth in the sky. Just it comes, goes. And so our mind must be same as the space. The cloth comes, goes, no effect to the space. Space don't try to push away the clouds. The space no try to gather clothes in the space. Just it comes and go itself. So the mind, the point is we don't have to put effortly try to go away. And so our minds must be same as ocean, must be same as the space. Okay, so then after another and leaving them be, abide by the follow of what is only Dharmakaya. Then so if we does that we're practicing, then Dharmakaya is arising. And always use the Dharmakaya, means like go in the nature Rigpa states. Don't have to do any other than that. Whatever this obstacle, problem, afflictive emotion, rising, we don't put effort, finding some solutions. And just in the nature Rigpa, that's all naturally release itself. So that's here is this instruction. Only we be in the nature Rigpa. So in a practice such as this, so if you be in that way, what we shared so far, this instruction, practice such as this, which is the indivisible union of samadhi and vipassana. In that practice has already included, shamatha meditation, vipassana inseparable. Samatha is shamatha meditation, shamatha is samatha or shamatha. And vipassana, the yoga of nature state, free from liberating. So then in this practice we have, long as you be in the nature Rigpa states, shamatha meditation is there, vipassana is there, these two is one inseparably. Then yoga of nature state, free from liberation, the uncontroverted and innate, the abiding by the face of intrinsic nature of reality. So that's the my Yaminka usually explain about this nature Rigpa, nature mind, Buddha nature. So my Yaminka says like the nature state is free from elaboration, free from all the the thoughts and the concepts. The uncounterfeit and innate is the Mahamudra and the Dzogchen words. This uncounterfeit and innate is the mind nature, not change anything. So it's truth, reality, mind, uncounterfeit and innate. The abiding by the face of the intrinsic nature of reality. So its point is, long as you are in the nature Rigpa, all the practice is inseparable with that state. So it is the heart of the practice of all the tantras of the sacred Mantrayana, Vajrayana. So Vajrayana teaching, all essence is nature mind, nature Rigpa. And Mayaminka, free from all the concepts, and also free from elaboration, also in this nature Rigpa. Then Shamatha Vipassana, inseparable also in this nature Rigpa. So long as we have ability to meditate nature Rigpa, all the practice is within in that state. It is the automatic wisdom of the fourth empowerment. So the Tantra teaching, they talk about 4 different level empowerment. So first one is West empowerment, Pumang. Second is sacred empowerment, Sawang. And the third is crystal empowerment called Sherwang. And fourth is words empowerment. Is in this, it is the automatic wisdom of fourth. Is words empowerment is called automatic wisdom of the fourth empowerment. So that is actually the essence of this, introducing the nature Rigpa. Other stages. So like, the first, like, Puma means like, we cleaned our body, speech, mind, And then other stages like using the different symbols, method to introduce a nature Rigpa. In this fourth one is directly into that nature Rigpa. So that's why fourth empowerment is called is the automatic wisdom of the fourth empowerment. It's also in this practice. It is the speciality, the wish fulfilling gem. So then this is the teaching, this practice, this instruction is wish fulfilling giver, because all the teaching is in subsum is called I think wish fulfilling giver. That's the reason wish fulfilling gem of the practice and the lineage. It is the flawless wisdom mind of all the accomplished masters and their lineage of India and Tibet, of both old and Nyingma and new Sarma traditions. All the lineage, different lineage is oneness in these states. Doesn't matter which lineage you come from. It's in Tibet we talk about the Kaju lineage, Nyingma lineage, Satya, Gelok, different lineage. This all lineage is become oneness in these states, bring into the one. And then we talk about Sarma and Nyingma means like also divided in 2 sections. All the lineage is the Nyingma, and the Sarma means Kaju, Satya, and Gelok tradition. This all called Sarma. The reason is after King Tuzong Depsi and couple generation after in Tibet, or Dharma is destroyed again. So then restarting again Dharma in Tibet. So that talk about the before destroying the king of one king is called Lang Dharma. He destroyed all the Dharma in Tibet. So before him is called Nyingma, after him is called Sarma traditions. So but anyway, there's a teaching is the same and the same information. It's a oneness become. So in this state. So that's a main point is as long as you practice 6 of Nedep and the 3 verses, better point, and you have practiced all the Buddha's teaching included here. Then next is decide on this, which absolute conviction, and do not hunker after other pit instructions. Your mouth watering with unstable, supported, and greed. So the main important is, we have to confident and we have to decide on this, means like this is the truth, this is the pit instruction, this teaching, knowing is the right. Okay, so we have to decision, like deciding through certainty ourselves. So if you don't have the decision certainty yourself, you chasing, then looking another teaching, try to find some special instructions, then you never ever can find. So that's the main point. Okay, so with absolute conviction, we have to know, this is the absolute truth conviction. The conviction is the meaning is, what means conviction? Believe, right? Trust. 100%, right? So that's the absolute conviction. We have to get that, like certainty ourselves, right? Yeah, conviction. And do not tinker after other pit instructions. So then you don't need to think other, looking to other pit instructions. So the point is, when we have this teaching, we must have to have conviction ourselves, absolutely conviction ourselves. If you don't have that, then you're chasing other teachings, looking to other teachings, then you cannot find anything. So your mouth watering. So this example, your mouth watering with unstable appetite and greed. So we have greed and looking something other. The point is you cannot find. The example is in Tibetan, but translation to English is not that performed. So anyway, so you have your drink is great, but then you look to think other have more better than that, but they don't have. The point is your drink is great. What you have, other, and looking for its footprints in the forest. So that's also example is like keep elephant at home and then chasing say I'm looking the elephant, you chasing the footprint elephant in the forest. You cannot find elephant in the forest, chasing the footprint, because elephant is your home. And the point is you have that truth, what you're looking, but you don't recognize you have. You're chasing something else. This is the most our, this 21st century Dharma practitioners doing that. We're chasing all the time different empowerment, different things, right? But then after cannot find anything. Just goes, everything looks like same. Then tired again. So, footprints in this forest. You walk into the trap of unending material research. So, if we don't into our own nature, free from conceptual states, then you chasing, try to find, I want this teaching, you look in the follow the teachings. If you don't, practicing, in your making decision in your mind, and you know into your own nature, Rigpa, then, chasing desire is endless. And then you walk into the trap of ending material research. And then liberation will never have a chance. So not possible to become, we have ability to liberate. Therefore, you must decide on your practice. So we have to decide our own practice and decide with absolute conviction that there is nothing other than this. So we have to get this certainty ourselves, the practice. We are solidly practitioner. Long as we are solidly practitioner, then afflictive emotion cannot run over us. If we don't create ourselves solid practitioner, then chasing all these desires, we cannot find anything. So this very important to decide with absolute conviction that there is nothing other than this. And also another is we have importance is attained. Until our practice stability attained, then here is decide with absolute conviction that there is nothing other than this. So this we have to arising, have to come from within ourselves. Then this practice, we really recognize, the benefit, knowing. If long as you have that, then all the teaching is bring into in that state. This and support our practice. Then you can follow hundreds different teachers and different teachings. It's everything is become you can bring into the one. So until this, we create ourselves as stable and decide with absolute conviction, in this, nothing other than this, we have to put effort, practice. Until this experience arising, all the lineage is different. All the teachings are different, okay? This Yadam deity also different. Long as you have that experience yourself, then all the lineage is one. All the Yadam deities become oneness. All the teachings become you can bring into the one. So then you can enjoy with each different Yadam deities. Okay, so that's the instruction. The next one. Make a decision. Then what the think wisdom of Nirmanakaya. So this is make a decision. We have to make a decision. Then that this neck wisdom of Dharmakaya. So this is the Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya That is the natural Rigpa. So Dharmakaya means natural Rigpa. Naturally present. That is always there, naturally present. In the awakening state. That is called awakening state. So we talk about delusion, samsara state. And the awakening state. And the delusion, samsara also is arising from ourselves. It's projecting by our mind nature. Samsara is also projecting by our own mind nature. So that's why one ground, two result. Two result is like, say, mind keep projecting samsara or mind keep projecting the nirvana. And so if we are in our own nature dharmakaya state, in this state, then is the waking state, enlightened state. It is also within ourselves. So now we have to know samsara also no one create. Samsara is arising from ourselves. And the nirvana awakening states also now not somewhere else. It's everything is within ourselves. So in the waking state, it's arising from ourselves, which has never known delusion. So that nature is actually, see, the nature present dharmakaya within ourselves that actually never deluded. Always there, present and clear. Always that in nature, that state always there. That never, which has never known delusion. So never did delusions. So that's the same example. Sun itself never clouded. Sun itself never ever sunset and sunrise. Sun is free from sunset, sunrise, free from clouds. Always present. And same, our own nature dharmakaya is always there. That nature is never ever deluded. So no delusion. Then and abide by its flaws. Always there. Abides within ourselves. So when we go for sleep, then nature dharmakaya also is there. When you wake up morning, nature dharmakaya is always there. When you go to take shower, breakfast, all the daily routine, what are we doing? All this within 24 hours inseparably with ourselves. So that's why, and abide by its flow. So then we knowing that, and we recognize in that nature, and go into the nature, then you can follow in that state. So this is the second secret and the vital words. So this is the meditation, the instruction, vital important, vital words means secret and vital words. Since it is so crucially important, so this is the very important instruction. The second vital point is, this is the second vital important is deciding upon one thing and one thing only. Okay, so we have to deciding ourselves, knowing this, the second vital point is deciding upon one thing and one thing only. So now we finish the second section. First is the Vetar poem is the introducing directly the face of Rigpa in itself, the view. That view we finished the day before. I mean the first section and the view part, followed by Longqing Ramjan, view meditation, view, introducing view. And then this is the, second one is decide upon one thing and one thing only. So this is the, second instruction, for the meditation. And when we meditate, we have to deciding, and we have to conviction, so absolute conviction ourselves that practice is right and true. And there, many masters also mentioned, like 1,000 Buddhas come to front of me and they're telling me your practice is not right. Then the practitioner meditator answer is, I don't have dropped anything about my practice. I have absolute conviction myself. So that's the, we have to need confident ourselves. Not okay. So that's the second instruction. So we finish that today. Now we finish the viewpoint and also second meditation point. These two sections we finish. And then next way we follow the third one. So I think next way we can finish here. Okay, so we will leave there today. And go to maybe few questions if you have. The Malisa and the Laming is king of questions. King of always ask questions. Malisa, go first. Can you unmute?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Khenpo. I just did. Lamin is the king of questions. A couple real quickly. When you talk about the gross obscurations and then the instructions for the subtle obscurations to not attach to like an experience of bliss or clarity, and using the sound of pe, that you answered a question yesterday about Daniel, which is, okay, so what do we do when these obscurations arise? And you said, go to the source of the mind. And that's what you've been teaching us. In fact, we do that for gross obscurations. Isn't it really the same process for subtle obscurations? But we use the sound of pay because there's a subtle ignorance, but we're really still just going to the source of mind. Is that accurate?
I think you ask question yourself, you give answer yourself. So it's wonderful. Malisa, thank you. No answer. No answer that, and also coming more answer next week for that too. Thank you.
I want to make sure I'm not doing diluted thinking. I like to
No,
check.
you did okay. Great. Thank you. Laming, next one. You mute, Laming.
Hello, it's me. Oh, it's me.
Yeah, Khenpo,
Alignment.
since I come back from the retreat, I keep on doing the mantra. with the Guru Rinpoche, but I want to ask a question. What is chanting mantra related to the Vipa?
So in today the instruction say all the mantra yadam deity practice into this nature is inseparable. So you chant the mantra and you are in the nature rigpa, you are inseparable with the Pema Sambhava. So you are Buddha.
Khenpo, I want to really make it clear. Is I inseparable with the Guru Rinpoche, or I'm inseparable with the when I chant the mantra, inseparable with the Vipa?
Long as you are inseparable with the Rigpa and the chanting which mantra, which Buddha's mantra, you are inseparable with the Buddha.
So
without you are in the nature Rigpa, you cannot be inseparable with any Buddha. Okay?
okay.
So long as you are in the nature Rigpa, which prayer you chanting, you are part of that Buddha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Robert.
Hi, Khenpo. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for these beautiful teachings. So profound. I was wondering, I've started doing a 100 days Nundro retreat from the Garshan Institute in Munich. I wasn't sure if I can still practice this form of meditation and Vipassana while doing Nundro, or if I need to leave that side of the practice until I finish the 100 days. Because it's very difficult to leave it because I'm meditating and Manjushri will pop in. So it's hard.
Okay, Robert, thank you. So I understand your question. And this meditation right now we're sharing, it is, any practice you have to bring in this, together, inseparable. Doesn't matter. You doing Hindo, you doing Shamatha, you doing Vipassana, practice Yadam Deity. The essence is knowing in the true nature.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
long as you doing Hindo and you can go into on your own true nature, then that is a true Hindo. It's otherwise like relative Hindo.
Yeah.
You want to become absolute truth Hindo, and you have to be in the nature, and then you drawing, and absolute truth Hindo. Thank you. So next one is Tree Love.
Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'm having trouble with when I meditate obstacles. My obstacles, the strongest one right now is I always say I'm a bad meditator. I did it this morning when it talked about, meditate without distraction, no noise. Sometimes I like noise when I meditate. I don't know, it makes me happy, whatever. And then I'm thinking, oh, I sometimes meditate with noise. I'm a bad practitioner. And the story goes on and on. I do this, I'm a bad practitioner. I do that. And so the hammer now for me is the hammer of always telling myself I'm a bad practitioner. And I was wondering how you deal with that.
So your question is followed by yesterday instruction. So there, we have feared that I'm good practitioner. We can fear sometimes we are not good practitioner. So the song you like to hear that the song is you have to recognize it is emptiness. Song is emptiness. Emptiness is song is no other than emptiness. If you have ability that, then song is no problem. Otherwise, song is a distraction. Thank you. So next
I just
one,
want to add one thing, just really quickly. So just look at it, all this, whatever arises is emptiness.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Remy.
Yes, hello, Khenpo. Just to ask you, as a power practitioner, seeing the daily life as Pure Land or doing the Dzogchen practice, exact same. Because if I see everything in daily life as Dewachen or doing Dzogchen view, it is exact same. I can do both.
Yes.
Then, because there is some difference between, but you say this is, okay, just I let you answer.
So I didn't understand clearly, but I think you mentioned like power practice and Dzogchen practice, you can feel same.
Daily life, I mean daily
Like
life
that?
in the world as the Pure Land, in daily practice, daily life, I see everything as Amitabha Pure Land, but I can get the Dzogchen view because I imagine the Pure Land.
So when you have Dzogchen view, then everything is a waking state. Thank you. So that means like Pure Land, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And Danny
Yes, Khenpo.
Diza.
Yes. I wanted to ask about two different kinds of instructions I've received for Tekche. One is like these for example, yesterday you mentioned focus on your mind, look at your mind and it's empty, clear. But then there's also another kind of instruction that we sometimes receive for Tekche, which goes like let your five senses rest. Don't be contrived with your senses. I'm just sometimes confused on how to bring these two instructions together, because I feel like there's a subtle difference in my mind when I try to
Then
do one.
actually you don't have to think about I want to bring these two together. So that's the obstacle. You create like like thinking I want to bring together. When you are in the this teaching is practice nature, looking in the nature rigpa, and then already in the Trichu and the Tugar or whatever is already in that state. You don't have to say I have to bring together. Already bring together. Okay.
Okay, Kempo. And I also wanted to ask about how do we know if our confidence is not delusion?
So that's why we have to meditate and stable our practice ourselves. Then we get confident ourselves. So we have to put effort until get our own stability.
Okay, thank you, Kempo.
Thank you. Steve.
Hi, Khenpo.
Hi.
Good to see you. Throughout this teaching, as we've had it, I find myself referring back a lot to the 37 Bodhisattva practices of number 22, which says, appearances are one's own mind. From the beginning, mind's nature is free from the extremes of elaboration. And what I sometimes have trouble reconciling is that all appearances are one's own mind. And I see phenomena around me, the phenomena. And how do I really reconcile that all of these phenomena that I see and that other people see are the same?
So the point is when you have this stability, meditate our own, experience, conviction ourselves, then you recognize this all appearance is inseparable with our mind. Until that, just we always have this separation. Even we know, but still, different because, like, see, in the meditation state and post meditation, we cannot bring into together. So that's why when you in the meditation, you can feel all the appearances the arising from nature. It's delusion, emptiness. Apart to our own mind, but when you go back into post meditation, you see everything is solid, is form, and so that's a separation. The reason is because we don't have stability and the conviction ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and all right, that's very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Ed.
Good morning, Khenpo. Patrol Rinpoche says the face of Rigpa a few times, and I thought he chose that for some reason. And so if you say something has a face, I know he meant it as a symbol, but he's giving a face to Rigpa, and it almost gives it a sense of Rigpa is looking for us like we are looking for Rigpa. Like we're looking with our smiling face for Rigpa. But usually when you look for another face, there's something there, and I know it's a symbol, but is Rigpa looking for us too?
The facing of Rigpa is, the present moment mind. The present moment mind, that right now, the present moment mind is the facing ourselves, and that is Rigpa. So the point is like the present, this moment, that mind is Rigpa. Rigpa is not any other than that. We have to recognize that is Rigpa. So that's the, I think, main point. Thank you.
Is the mother luminosity looking for the child luminosity?
No, they're not looking each other, then recognize each other. That's it. Thank you. So next one is Alexa.
Okay, hope that's me. Thank you
Yes.
for taking my question. Thank you for great, profound instruction. And maybe unusual question. When you want to talk to Lama or Rinpoche like yourself, and you want them to help you to advance your meditation, like what do you tell them? What do you do to help, like so that they recognize what your level and give you better instruction on how to go higher?
I think instruction is, as usually share, is follow the Vipassana retreat. Then you get a little bit more stages, and you have time to listening, and you have time to meditate.
So it is just participating, and then Rinpoche will see what you do, and then give you additional insight.
Yeah, I think fully participate, like body, speech, mind, or fully participate Vipassana retreat. Then that's good. If I understand your question. Thank you. Emma.
Yes. Tojiche, Samdup Rinpoche. My question is, when I'm in meditation, let's just imagine I am under the Bodhi tree and I'm in the middle of my storm with pain and suffering. I do not understand that moment. How do I transform that suffering and pain in the flower? Siddhartha Gautama received suffering and pain and he made flowers. How do I make that flower in that moment when I'm in severe despair, suffering? What do I say to myself? How do I get myself out of that storm? Because it's very lonely and nobody is coming to help. And you have so much pain and suffering and so lonely. What do I do? What do I say? How do I hook myself out of that suffering to create that flower? Please help us.
Emma, your question is very profound. So, the answer is actually we can go lots, different ways, but in today the follow by this instruction or this whatever situation, different afflictive emotion, diversity, suffering, problem, facing too. We have to follow one remedy, right? One solution. Long as you are in the nature Rigpa, in that state, the afflictive emotions become flower. Or the problem is a flower. Loneliness not exist in that state. So that's why it's that today the teaching instruction is one remedy. I think you heard that. We have to get that answer solidly and confident. So
that moment is the meditation.
yeah. So is that your question or we already had today answered? You read again your question, the answer, everything is today in there. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that teaching is your question. Solution is all there. The next one is okay.
Cheryl, you're off the interpretation channel if you would like to ask.
OK， 秦红宇，你可以说话了。
丁林上师，
好，
我想问一下啊，就是在我们那个在本门本觉的时候，比方说我念那个白之名忏悔的时候，那我在本门本觉的时候，我要不要想，就是说，那我要忏悔我十不善业呀，这两个要不要联系起来一起想的呢？就我在参修的状态中，就刚才上次讲说我们在本名本觉的时候，就已经跟那个金刚萨埵佛已经心连在一起了。那我的十不善业要不要还要继续再想一下？比方说，我很忏悔我十不善业呀、五五间罪呀这些，要不要联系起来一起想
OK，
就这个问题啊。
When I try to integrate my practice of Vajrasattva, the 100 syllable mantra practice, with my Rigpa, recognizing my Rigpa. So when I practice like this, when I chant the mantra, 100 syllable mantra, should I focus on confessing all my negative karma, or just maintain in recognizing my Rigpa will do?
So first we have to recognize our own negative karma, and so we know, like, due to our negative karma we are suffering in samsara. So we have to think that, recognize our own suffering and the negative karma. Then visualize Vajrasattva, and then if you can go into nature, and then you can bring Vajrasattva is inseparable with our own use this, the instruction. So then that is the become true confession. You can step by relative confession go into absolute true confession.
人们界的答案就是说，我们首先要从世俗谛的忏悔开始，就是首先观修这个金刚萨埵百字明，一步一步来，到最后。
怎么了？听不到，没声音了。
He will be finished and have the reviews to translate.
Sheriff cut out.
听到声音了。
Not sure what happened.
会呀。
Strange. Unless the screen's frozen. No, it's not.
The interpreters
那个时候就打成一片了。
Came back. No.
我没有听明白怎么过渡，就首先从世俗谛，然后呢，世俗谛忏悔完了再参修吗？是这样吗？
对，才进入这个本明本觉的禅修。那个时候你跟金刚萨埵就成为一体不二，那个时候是实相的圣义谛的忏悔。
好了，谢谢。明白了。感恩上师，感恩师兄。
Thank you. Next, Julin, right? Julin.
Yeah, thanks, Rinpoche. Thank you for the profound teaching. So basically, my question is about Rigpa. So as you have mentioned that Rigpa is the same, identical with all the Buddhahood that we pray for. So, and the world we live in, it's not different from the Pure Land of Amitabha. As long as I want to realize that and I can actually see that everything it's not fixed and everything is because our hearts made it an illusion. But I can still feel the pain every day, including physical pain and psychological pain. At what moment can we actually feel it's going to be, can we actually feel that it's the same as Amitabha? At what moment can we actually live the same way as Amitabha? Thank you. That's my question.
Is a question or I didn't understand clear point.
Yeah, the question is it at what moment that we keep saying that reality is an illusion and we keep meditating over it, until what moment can we actually become Amitabha, the same identical Amitabha? Because I can still feel the pain as a human. Yeah.
So I think if I understand your question, so I answer. So see, that's you know, we the practicing this meditating. If have this two difference, like say the meditation, post meditation separate. So that's this when we have these separations, and then that's the reason we get pain. And if we have ability to bring oneness, then free from pain. Even meditation states is correct, but we have a separation, you know, post meditation, daily activity, conduct part. So that's we cannot bring into inseparable with the meditation. That's the reason we get suffering and pain. In the meditation state, you know, in that state, we don't have a separation with any Buddhas. Can be one in the natural states. But we have very separate, you know, distinction between post-meditations, meditations. So we cannot bring into oneness. So that's the reason even we can be same is in the natural states, Buddha, but going into samsara level is suffering. Okay, thank you. So Lisa, L-I-S, Lisa, right? Lisa or Lisa?
My question is like this, because you have been teaching us a lot of theory about nature Rigpa, and then when we are in meditation. Now my question is in daily life, that is post meditation. This is about my experience a few days ago when I was on a flight, and then it was quite turbulent and everybody was quite shocked. And at that time, it's just like, this is what I felt. Suddenly, it's just like my mind went blank, no fear. I just realized that, oh, this is fear. And then I just tried to look into my nature Rigpa. At that time, I felt something there is different. So I just want to just to ask whether that is called nature Rigpa. That is the feeling. I use the feeling because I don't know whether it is Rigpa or not. The feeling that I just felt nothing. It's just like blank, but I knew that I was there. Is that also called that I found my nature Rigpa post meditation? And also another one.
In that situation, that situation, you can, I think two abilities. I think if you get that kind of situation, you log to your mind. You can feel everything's empty, or you have ability to calling awareness, seeing your own mind nature. Like clear, present, and then free from all this. Fears. So that's you seeing or not seeing is we cannot make the decision there because this is your own experience. We cannot no one can pointing your own experience. I cannot say you see and you don't see. So that is like also sometimes like good condition to recognize nature. Many master have that something happening and they recognize nature. So that can be good condition to knowing the nature. Thank you.
And then what? No, sorry. There's another one. And then when we feel very sad because of something, feel very sad, and then that is really, really, how do we say, it is an immense feeling. And then I try to just, okay, I just recognize, oh, this is really sadness, this is samsara. And then I try to put into my heart, and then suddenly everything is gone. Now, at that time when this sadness is all gone, is it true that I have found my nature Rigpa?
So you did great, practice. I found or no found, I cannot say that because, it's incorrect. So that's why Buddha also mentioned, I cannot point your own nature because nature is within yourself. You have to recognize your own experience. No one can say like you recognize, you don't recognize. And so you have to make conviction yourself, That's why that today teaching, we meditate ourselves to get conviction ourselves, right? Have to certainty ourselves. No someone saying your nature Rigpa is right or wrong. You seeing, not seeing.
But the problem is we are always doubting. We are always suspicious, which one is my nature Rigpa? This is always happening.
Well, you just did a good job. I mean, when you have that situation, you did it, way into nature Rigpa. That's it. That we have to like instruction say we have to do that. So then you recognize it. When you practice that, you get benefit. You recognize your fear is released. So that's you have your own experience. Your own experience. See. And you cannot like say like I have so strong fear in that moment. I cannot recognize your fear because it's your own experience. So you said that time I have fear or not fear. I cannot say like yeah you have fear, you don't have fear, because I don't have the experience, right? Same. So I cannot say you recognize your nature. I cannot say you not recognize your nature, because at that moment you have to get your own experience, and then you really knowing that practice what you did, then you get your conviction, your meditation practice. Thank you. And
thank you.
Last two questions, so we're finishing time, and I can take only these two. Please make short. Angus.
就两个问题了。
Thank you, Rinpoche, for the profound teaching.
感恩Rinpoche 深深的
My
教
question is
示。
about the first crucial point. How often should I use the word part? For the first crucial point, how often should I use the word part? Is there a timing for this, or is the first crucial point mainly about?
I didn't understand clearly, but I heard you say like how many times you have to go into natural Rigpa, you mean?
The,
so that kind I
meditating on
heard.
the field.
Do you understand anyone? No, right?
I think he wants to know how.
Sorry?
Different sections, if he has to finish one section before going.
I didn't understand clearly. I'll give you answer, but anyway. That's I do, okay. If incorrect, you can ask again. So they don't have a time schedule. Anytime, all the time. That's already mentioned in the teaching. Anytime, all the time. You have to go into own natural Rigpa. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank me.
Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Rinpoche. Wonderful teaching. And actually, my question is for Debbie. Where we can find this record of this teaching, because I was late today.
Okay, Debbie.
Chat section is closed. That's why.
You can email at, we'll put it in the chat room for you, okay?
Thank you so much. Then now for Rinpoche.
We will put where to contact in the chat room, okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Then lazy practitioner's question now for Rinpoche. And can we meditate, just skip the Yidam deities meditation stage, so all other stages, skip all of them and then just jump to the trying to see on Rigpa? If possible.
The skip or no skip is like, that they don't have separate actually. If you go in natural Rigpa, you are in the become Yidam deity, okay?
Okay.
So also practice Yidam deity means you can do whole day chanting prayers, follow the sadhanas, but also you just mind, think about deity and think about the Pema Sambhava Tara. That is also you already in the practicing.
Oh, yeah.
In this case, you don't have to follow the sadhana. Practice Yidam deity when you meditate. So you just like supplicating, to the deity. Same supplication, Tara, same like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we finish here. Or what is the last one? Okay. No more questions. Thank you. Only this one.
丁力上师，我可以以汉语提问我的。
可以，
好的。
可以。
就是我们在修持这个三句基要的第一要的时候，就是一般都是在上座修持。那么在上座修持的时候，他讲到这个骤然的这个 pad。那么我想请问的是，就是我们是需要上座的时候经常以 pad 来寻找这个觉性吗？还是说就是以这种宽坦的方式？寻找到就可以，就是这个 pad 它的必要性在哪儿呢？感谢上师。
Okay, so Khenpo, when we are meditating on cushion, we are asked to shout the part, the sound part. How often should we use it, or if we can recognize it without making the noise part, is that okay?
So the peg is in there. but I never see any practitioner meditators doing that. So sometimes maybe like there's someone in the solitary like practice, maybe they're doing, but in the generally there people don't use that much. And so is also you can make the song. Yesterday I mentioned also even you can make the mentally song too. Yeah, you can feel that in your body.
上次的回答说，一般上座的时候，如果是共修的话，很少看到有人喊出这个声音，这个 pad。那一般是个人闭关独居独修的时候会用到这个 pad。可是即便是如此，你也不用大声的念出来，只要默念你感受到这个 pad 字的震动就可以了，不一定要非大声念出不可啊，是这样的状况。
那么请问这个 pad 对于认知心性的这个必要或者作用就是很大吗？
Is it necessary to shout pad in order to recognize our true nature of mind?
It's not recognizing nature, but sometimes it helps go away. It's a very foggy draw, and it's like sometimes your mind is like attached to subtle level, attached to like peaceful or like some experience.
它一般不是用 pad 来认证我们的自性本名或者本性，而是要为了遣散一些不利于我们禅修的状况，比如说昏沉或者掉举，这是第一个。第二个则是当我们执着于某些禅修定境的时候，比如说乐啊、无明啊、无念的时候，要遣除这些执取跟挂碍的时候，我们就用 pad 来把它遣散掉或者清除掉。
那就是刚一开始仅仅就是依照这个窍诀来静坐就可以，是吧？
对。
好的，感恩上师，感恩翻译的师兄。
So I'm going to do
谢谢。
short dedication, please. Lord Jang the Lopa Naropa Marpa Malaripa Dharma Lord Gampa Pamutropa and Lord Dugongpa, please bestow upon us most auspicious bless of our Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may achieve emanation by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, cross the ocean of samsara, bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where the Zambom may arise, where the Zambom may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have a good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activities as Manjushri they were realized the autonomic state, and as did Samandabhara, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for sentient beings. By the blessing of Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtue collected in the three times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by inner rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings calculating unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teaching of Great Gompa, whose emanation Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, meditation until end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Thank you, everyone. Tashi Dele. Have a good day, good evening, good night. So we have another section is coming 1 hour less than 1 hour, okay? Minutes.
Thank you, Khenpo. Have a nice breakfast.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Gracias.
Khenpo.
Thanks, Khenpo.
Two.
Love you.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day. See you in a short time here. Bye-bye now.
What? 1
o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, yes. In 40 minutes. Thank
and
you.
10 Pacific time, but I don't know if anybody's.
So we're going to start up again in 40 minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
And 10, is it 10 Pacific time? Is that right, Marilyn?
It's a 3-hour time difference, so yeah.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you all.